Sanibonani to abantu, people of South Africa. Sanibonani nonke. My name is Ukukuletu Wagadube. I've got a problem here which I need to be assistance, either by advices, referrals, or personally umuntu angihelpe that can be able to assist. I need help here. I've got two kids who attend school at Anzac Primary School. The other is 5-year-old, she's doing grade 1. The other is 8-year-old, she's doing grade 3. My kids have been bullied more than 10 times since the beginning of this year. But yeah, nothing was done. I've reported, you name it all. So, but I'll just mention the last part of everything so you can understand, Guti. This is the one that really touched me. On 3 weeks ago, I went to the school to request for the forms of the subsidy for AMA fees. I went there and I was given the form. When I went to the reception, I found a lady. She's an old lady, a white old lady, whom I explained to her that I need the forms to apply for my child, for my kids. And she gave me one form, but because I'm not used to this thing, I didn't know that she was indeed supposed to give me one form. But she gave me one form and I mentioned to her that I'm applying for 2 kids. And she said to me, no, ma'am, we do not put more than 1 child. You can only apply for 1 child. And because I'm not used to this, so I thought, yeah, it was true, I didn't know. So I took the form and she said I must read everything that is supposed to be attached. And I took the form, I went to the banks, I did everything that was supposed to be done on the form. As I did so, when I took the form, I brought the form back. Before I could bring it back, where I work, I do certification and I was helping the clients to certify and all that. So they were coming, those forms, they were coming from different schools. There was Commando, Brentest, all the schools they came. They were doing certification and affidavits. So as I was assisting, there were parents that came that were coming from ANZAC. So I saw one parent that came to do certification for 2 kids. And then I was like, ma'am, are you going to apply for both kids in one school? And the mother said, yeah, I am applying for 2 kids. Then I'm like, are you sure? Then she said, yeah, I'm sure. Then I said to her, Mina, I wanted to apply for 2 kids, but I was told, Guti, I can only apply for 1 child. So the mother said to me, no, ma'am, you can apply for 2 kids. Actually, my other friend, she applied for 3 kids. The other 1 kid is doing grade 1 now. The other 2 kids, the one is in grade 7, the other is in grade 4. Then I'm like, do they allow it? She said, yeah, they do allow it. Then I'm like, I don't know what's happening. So now I started to have so many questions, Guti, what is happening? Okay. I asked my other friend. She told me, I am because this thing. You can apply for as much kids as you want to apply, as long as you don't afford. But I explained to her, this is what happened. Said, no, mama, she is lying. There is no such a thing. And even that time, I didn't think it was personal. I didn't think. I thought maybe it's a mistake or something. But my point is, on something that you do it daily, how can you make such a mistake to a parent? Didn't make sense to me. Okay. Then I started making copies 2 by 2 for 2 kids. 2 affidavits, 2 birth certificates. That's what I did. So as I did so, then I took it to the school on the 27th of November. That was 27th of February. That was the due date for a submission. So I took the forms. When I took the forms there, I found the very same old lady. And I approached her. She called me. Then I went to her. And then I told her I brought the forms, but I don't know if I made a mistake because I have applied for 2 kids. Then she said to me, no, there is no mistake. Then I said, ma'am, last time you said to me I can only apply for 1 child. She said, no, I never said that. And with full of attitude when she answered me, I said, ma'am, you said it. You said I can only apply for 2 kids, for 1 child. She said, no, ma'am, I never said that. As we were having that conversation, another one who was seated here, a white lady, she said to me, ma'am, what is the problem? I said, no, there is no problem. And then she said to me, ma'am, I think you've got a problem. I will call the security to escort you out. I'm like, you're calling the security for me? Why are you calling the security for me? She said, yes, I'm calling the security. They must escort you out to the gate. Ma'am, you must go. I'm like, why? What did I do? Why are you escorting? Like, I was lost. Why are you escorting me? What did I do? Then she said to me, no, you're aggressive. I said, but you are the one that's aggressive. He said, you know what? I'm not going to take your shit. I'm not going to take your shit. Please call the security. She must go out. I'm like, I'm not going out. I didn't do anything. I didn't insult anyone. I didn't do anything. I am not going out. The very same lady, she said, you want to apply for subsidy here. And you poor thing. You poor mommy. You come here and apply for subsidy. You poor mommy. I'm like, why do you call me such a word? And then she said to me, just leave me alone, you fucking Kaffir. I'm like, what? Did you call me a Kaffir? Said, yes, I just did. Then I said, you are racist. Said, I don't care, you fucking bitch. I'm like, why are you insulting me? Why are you fighting me? Why are you fighting me? What did I do to you? Why are you fighting me? Then she said, please, just go. Just go. Then I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I need to see the principal. Then she said to me, the principal is not here. I said, I need to see the second in charge. I am not going here. She said, I am the second in charge. That lady. Then I said, oh, you are second in charge. Really? Then you obviously not going to be able to help me. Can I see someone else? So just go out before I kill you. Just get out of office before I kill you. I'm like, what is your problem? Then a guy came. The one who works by the gate to put him. Then she finds me there. Uthi kuku kwenzakalani? Ngiyazi abelungu bayangidelela. Abelungu bayangidelela serious. Kwenzakaleni ngiyamtshela. Uyathula uPutem. Then ngithi kubo, can I get someone that's going to be able to help me? Surely there should be someone that's going to be able to help me. I need to lodge a complaint. Then they said, Mrs. Skeppers will come and meet you at the gate. I'm like, meet me at the gate. Why must I be met at the gate? Yeah, Mrs. Skeppers will find you at the gate. I'm not going to the gate. No, ma'am, you have to go, or else we are calling the security. I said, I'm not going to the gate. Putamba, please take her out. I said, I'm not going anywhere. I am not going anywhere. You are going to help me. You are going to help me. You are going to call someone that's going to help me. I feel harassed here. The lady has insulted me by a Kaffir. He called me a bitch. He told me that I'm poor. And then after he said, I must go out here before she kills me. So a lot has been said here. I cannot just be taken to the gate. Why must I be thrown to the gate? I'm not a suspect here. I am the victim here. Ma'am, please go. Then I said to her, you know what? I am going to expose you. I am going to put you on TikTok. People must know about you. I asked her, what is your name? She said, my name is Rosette Cooper. Oh, you are Rosette Cooper and you are treating me like this. And then I stood there. I said, I'm waiting for Miss Skeppers. I stood maybe for like 10 to 15 minutes. And then I saw this Miss Cooper is not coming. Then the friend that I was with, my friend Umbali Timkoza Sam, so make 18. Then we went to the gate. When we went to the gate, we stood. That Miss Skeppers didn't come. We stood for long. And then as we were standing there, then there was a guy who was driving a taxi. Then we decided, let me go and get the copy. Then when I was in the taxi, then Miss Cooper came. I was called. Then I went to Miss Cooper. I said, ma'am, I've got a problem. Then I conveyed my message to her. Gucci, this is what happened. Then she said, no, ma'am, we're gonna call you on Monday. The principal might be back on Monday. Then we're gonna tell her what happened. Then I said, please, ma'am, I feel so offended. I feel so bad about it. That was on a Friday. Then I went back to work. I got my ID copy. Oh, while I was there, the security that they called said, ma'am, I suggest when you bring back the copy, you don't enter to the office. They can call this Miss Skeppers to come and get the forms here. I said, no, it's fine. I don't have a problem. Then I went to get a copy. I came back. I stood by the gate. They called Miss Skeppers. Miss Skeppers took the forms and then she went into the school. Said, ma'am, we'll give you a call. Sorry about that. I said, okay, fine. Then that was Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday, I started at my new place where I requested for a transfer. Then when I'm there, I got a call. They told me, "Hi Pella, someone has opened a case for you." A case for me? What case? He said intimidation. Me? Who's that person? They say is this Rosette Cooper. I'm like, hi bo. Intimidation, Mina. She's the one that insulted me and then she's saying Mina intimidated her. Then I thought, let me go and open a case as well. Because I thought the principal would call me and then things will be better. So I went to open a case on Friday. I just kept quiet. That was Monday. I opened the case. As I was saying when I first started doing my video, with my kids are being bullied every day. So my child comes back on Monday. Mommy, someone took my jersey. I don't have a jersey. She picked it up. She had her own jersey on herself. And then she picked mine up. When I wanted the jersey, she refused to give me the jersey. I said, please go and tell the teacher to tell that child to give you a jersey. That was Monday. Tuesday, she comes back again. Mommy, one child took my Simba chips because I gave them Amagoslow, Ama Chips Boy 2. I said, please go to the teacher and tell the teacher to tell that child to give you the chips. I said, give me your book. I want to write this down. Also, you show this to your teacher. I wrote down about the jersey and the Simba chips. Then she went. On Wednesday, I'm coming from work. When I come from work, I find my child sitting on the door, right on the door, and she was crying. She was full of tears. She was crying. I'm like, Kwenzakaleni, what happened? She conveys a message, Mommy, a certain child beat me up in front of a teacher. That child, she kicked me, she strangled me, she kicked me, she kept on beating me, Mama, on my chest. Even my body is sore. I'm like, what did the teacher, who's the teacher? She said, Teacher Michelle. Then I'm like, what did the teacher do or say? She said, no, we must stop fighting. Did the teacher see that when you were assaulted? She said, yeah, she saw. And then what happened? She did nothing, Mom. I said, no, but she was supposed to do something. Either call me as a mom, Uguti, Mama, this is what happened, or call me something, inform me when something takes place at the school. She said, no, Mommy. I don't know. I thought she called you, but she never did. No one called me. Then I take a phone. I called this teacher, the one that Hlelo mentioned to me that the assaulting took place in her presence. When I called her, hi, ma'am, how are you? I'm fine. Ma'am, there's an incident that took place today at school about Hlelo. Do you know of it? She said, yeah, it happened in front of me. Then I said, Hlelo was assaulted. She said, what is assault, ma'am? Ma'am, what is assault with attitude? I'm like, ma'am, assault, it's when someone beats you up, claps you, kicks you, strangles you, that is assault. No, ma'am, no. That is not assault. I'm like, what do you mean, ma'am? Then she says to me, ma'am, Hlelo was beaten up because she didn't want to move on the swing. Then I'm like, you're making it sound as if it was fine for Hlelo to be beaten up for not moving on the swing. Is that what you are trying to say, ma'am? And then as I asked that question, she hangs up on me. When I called her, she didn't pick up. I sent a WhatsApp message saying, I do not like you hanging up a phone on my ear. She just blue ticked me. When I sent the next message, it was one tick. So she locked the chat. The very same teacher who's Michelle, the one who's dealing with discipline, she blocked me. So now I don't know what to do. Because even the previous incident, I have sent a message to the district. The district, on Monday, I went to the district and told them, I've got a problem with my kids. This is the situation. I need my kids to be moved. The district said they will come back to me. And that it was Wednesday, never came back to me. I came back to them on Tuesday and said, I'm still waiting for any response. Can you say something, ma'am? That is a lady from the district who is Samantha. She said to me, I will come back to you. That was Tuesday. Now Wednesday, this is what is happening. So I wrote an email back to her. I wrote an email to this Samantha and another one that I was communicating with her. She's Adams. So when this took place, now I went back to Adams because I've got her number. When I called Adams, Adams was full of attitude. She said, this is my number. This is after hours. Why are you calling me at this time? I said, ma'am, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was not a work number. But I'm calling because I'm a concerned parent. My child was assaulted today. She told me must look and check what is wrong with my child. Why is my child kept on bullied? I said, ma'am, I doubt you should say that to me. There are so many kids that are being bullied in Anzac Primary. There are so many parents that have removed their kids in Anzac Primary. So are you saying a bully is the one that is right? We must check on our kids because they are being bullied. There was a lot of negative things that this woman said to me. But eventually she said to me she will remove Hlelo from the class that she's at and move her to another class. I said, maybe that will be better. Because I said, if you say I must wait for 7 days, what's going to happen in that 7 days? And this woman, this Adams, she said to me, I've got 54 schools. I've got other more important things to attend to. I've got so many schools. I've got other matters. I cannot just be attending on your matter only. She was full of attitude. But within all, this is just conniving of one person. This is just a conspiration of just one person. So I will get to that. So this woman said she will move Lelo. I said, okay, it's fine. That was on Wednesday. Then Thursday I went to school. I took them, the transport fetched them. They went to school on Thursday. So when you come back on Thursday, Lelo, how was school? No, mommy, we changed me from that school. I feel better. There was no bullying. There was nothing. I'm like, thank you. Then that was Thursday. Friday, when I came back from work, I checked my emails. I got an email from the principal of Anzac and also from the SGB of Anzac that I am banned from the school, that I must never set my foot at the school. I must not go to my kids' school. I am being banned. The very same parent that her kids are being bullied almost every day. The very same parent that have reported several times nothing was done. The very same parent that has been insulted and threatened by the teacher called me a Kaffir. I'm being banned from school. So coming to a point that this is personal, I've got a lady that is in charge of the school who doesn't like me with all her heart. She is in charge of that school of Anzac. So I am 100% sure that this woman who is Cooper, when she went to open a case docket, she was told, go and open a case. Because this woman, anything, she's too influential. Anything that has got to do with me, everyone must go and open a case for me. Open a case for her. Because on Thursday, the police called me. They said they've got a protection order for me. I said, a protection order for me? Who did I harass? They said it's from Miss Cooper. That was on Thursday. Mind you, the last time I saw her, it was the day when she called me a Kaffir on Friday. And I opened a case on Monday. Ever since then, I never saw her. On Thursday, she brings a protection order. For me to say it was her is because I have moved from in Brakpan where I used to work. I have working in a different place now. But on that protection order, this Cooper, she wrote that I work on this place, my new workplace. How does she know? Because I was only 3 days on Wednesday working there. I started on the 6th. So yeah, she applied for this protection order on the 8th, on Wednesday, stating that I work on this place. Who told her? How does she know? So there's one person that who's influencing all this with my kids. So Mpagati was South Africa. I am recording this video with so much pain. I'm hurt as a parent. I am not fine. I'm harassed. I am you name it all. I need assistance. EFF, please help where you can. Whoever, people from district, people who knows anything, please help. I need assistance. I will give my number. Ngiyacela. Can you please help? Can you please reach out to me? Can you please, as you can inbox me on this TikTok, like, please, I need help. It's bad. My kids are something else at the school. My kids are bullied every day. They do nothing. Like, it's bad. Now it's me. And I took a transfer from where I worked in Prakan because of this woman. Because even in my workplace, I experienced so much abuse. So much abuse. I was like a thing in that place. I experienced so much abuse. I felt this is enough. Let me leave. I worked in Prakan for 17 years. 17 years. She only came 6 or 5 years ago in that station. And she messed up everything. She messed up my life just because she hates me. So I moved from Brakpan going to another station because of that. Now my kids are left in Brakpan. That school is under her. She can influence them. She's too influential. I know her steps. I know her. I know how she does things. I know her modus operandi. I know how she deals. So all I'm saying, guys, please reach out to me. Please help. I'm drained emotionally. I'm drained. Angikho right. I feel good abantwana bamele babe safe esikoleni, but they are being bullied and you name it all. If a teacher would say it's fine, she didn't say it in so many words, but the way she explained to me, Guti, Hlelo was assaulted because she didn't want to move from the slide. And she said it as if it was normal, it was fine. Now I'm receiving a letter, Guti, I must not set my foot. I'm being banned from the school of my kids. How is that? I only know a court or a magistrate. It's only a magistrate that can say, don't go to this place. Not just a mere teacher or SGB. It doesn't, this is total harassment. I need assistance, guys. I need help. Help me where you can. Reach out to me. My number is 061 331 8849. 06061 331 8849. Ngiyanicela mphakathi. Reach out to me. I need help. EFF, I need your help. Abelungu bayasiharasa. Yangiharasa ngibiza ngeKaffir, mayiqeda uyongibophisa. Mayiqeda uyoyenza protection order. Mayiqeda bangibhena esikolweni where my kids are at. I've never seen such a thing where a principal will ban you. Only the court will ban you from a certain place. Only the magistrate can ban you from a certain place. No one else in this South Africa, according to my knowledge, unless it has changed. So ngiyacela, ngenelelani, I need your help. My kids are living a miserable life. Umntanami, when she was supposed to sleep on Thursday, she said, "Mommy, my back is sore. That child beat me so hard. My body is sore." Can you imagine being a parent? Umntana akho azoshaywa, ube buhlungu umzimba, angakhoni nokulala. It pained me so much. Ngiyacela, ngenelelani. Thank you.